What's up, everybody? This is Booster, and this is what a shotgun start looks like. We've got this very nice lady up here holding the bike for this guy. The shotgun goes off. He's got to go around from the handlebars and take off on the bike, but look at her. She's like disgusted. She throws her hand up, and she's like, screw this. She's like, I can run this track faster than you. Oh, there you go. I'm just kidding. But anyway, that was very nice of her to hold the bike. And now it's my turn. And this very kind gentleman here is helping me out a little bit. Shotgun goes off, and I go to start the bike, and it doesn't start in the first kick, but it does start on the second, and I take off. I am in 7th place right now, and this is actually probably my best start of the year. So here we go. Twist the throttle a little bit. And yeah, here we go. A little bit of background information. I removed my Rekluse clutch, so we are running on a regular clutch, which I have not run a regular clutch in 3 years. So, wow, whoa, we're moving up. What am I now, 5th? Yeah, 5th, not too bad. But I thought, you know... Hey, what's up, buddy? I'm out here making friends on the track. I thought that since I removed the Rekluse, I thought I would probably run into a little bit of stalling trouble. I rode for years and years, trail rode. I mean, not raced or anything, but I rode for years and years on a regular manual clutch and didn't really have any trouble with it or anything. I just installed the Rekluse because I thought in those panic moments, you know, when you're slamming on the brakes, you know, it'd be nice if it didn't stall out, or when the bike falls down, it'd be nice if it didn't stall out. Well, I'll tell you what, I definitely learned to rely on that Rekluse over the past 3 years, and it makes a huge difference. So, to my understanding, if I wanted to go with the 250X next year and buy that bike, it would have like the same clutch components and things as the bike that I'm running right now. So if I actually do want to buy a new Rekluse and go that route, it's not like that's going to like really hurt. I don't know. I've got some thinking to do on what I want to do. But I do know that I stalled out a whole lot this race. I should probably count it and keep a running tally. What are we at? 1 right now? I think we're at 1 right now. I don't know if I can find a pen around here. I would write it down, but I can't find one, so oh well. So here we are. Ooh, the Enduro Cross area. And I'm not real fast on stuff like this, but it's definitely fun. It definitely adds some variety to the track. And while we're speaking about variety in the track, Valley Trail Riders, Mark Becker, you guys did a great job. I got a little off balance here, went to the outside. Hey, there's the points leader coming up past me. Anyway, you guys did an awesome job on the track. I really enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure everyone else most likely enjoyed it. I mean, it had a little bit of everything, so everybody's got their probably favorite section of the track here that they really liked. And I had a blast. Going over logs. I feel like I could be quite a bit faster in these sections right here. I don't know if I have the confidence to do it. So anyway, at this moment, I'm probably sitting about 9th. I've been passed by a few guys. But I still feel like I'm riding well. I'm not moving slow by any means, at least like to the pace that I'm usually used to. And this is the first lap. Like, you do have to remember this is the first lap. So like, I'm just getting a feeling for the track. Like right there, that corner, on my second lap, I took that corner much better than I did on the first lap. But yeah, they're looking for some feedback from B-class and C-class riders on what exactly they want the track to be like, you know. just basically our opinions on what we want to race. Well, this is what I want to race. This track that you just had, it has everything. Right here we've got grass track. We've got little bridges to go across. We've got fast sections. We've got slow sections. You know, there's everything. There's everything for every type of rider. Everything that everybody would like in this track. So if you're looking for feedback, this is my feedback. The track was great. Don't change a thing about it. It was awesome. Well, yeah, change a few things about it. But that's just to keep us on our toes and surprise us. You know, we don't want to race the same track every time, but this style definitely was great. If you haven't noticed, I'm riding a lot more on the pipe. I think I was right that the Rekluse makes me lazy. It also keeps me from stalling. Is that stall number 2? I think that's stall number 2. But it only takes a second, and I'm right back moving again. Now, the problem with stalling isn't so much the time that it takes, but the energy. And along with the energy, it's weird because there's this like dynamic of energy, okay? Like if you get into the proper flow and you feel like you're moving well and you're moving forward, you feel like you have more energy. But the second people start passing you, or you feel like people are catching you, or they're behind you, you like lose that energy. And I think that's what stalling is. It's not so much that I have to like reach my foot up and kick once, because that doesn't seem like that would be that big of a deal. But the fact that like somebody catches you or gets behind you, or that you have to slow down for a second, is what really bothers me. And I stall again. And I'm definitely going to have to bleep some of these words. The Rekluse helps keep the channel more child-friendly, that's for sure. I think right here the K class starts catching me, so I pull off to the side a little bit. Where is it? Is it this corner, the next corner, one of these corners? I pull off to the side a little bit to start letting them by, because the leaders in the K class are catching, and I don't want to hold those guys up. And I stall it out again. I'm not going to count. If you guys want to count, you can count. I'm not going to count. So anyway, in this race, I was a little bit worried about my knees. Battle Creek really tore them up. They were really hurting me. And it wasn't that like the fatigue in my muscles or anything like that got to me. It was that the actual like the grinding sounds that were coming from my knees, and like the pain that I was experiencing from that just got to be too much. So I was like, I'm just gonna pull off before I really hurt myself, because I was starting to like, I don't know, what you get to a certain point to where you start to like baby your body. I don't know how to explain it, but you start getting sloppy at that point, and that's when you start to like really make big mistakes and hurt yourself. And I didn't want to do that. So that's kind of the way Battle Creek went. And I was kind of worried about that for this race. But this race I was actually feeling really good. I mean, I was standing up a little bit. I was probably sitting more than I normally would. But I didn't feel like it was really affecting my pace too much, or jarring me or hurting me really too much. I don't know. I felt like I was doing all right with it. I do, however, still feel that a new suspension would help. Another stall. I don't know, it's like you're demoralized each and every time you stall like that. Oh man, I didn't even realize how often I was stalling until actually watching this now. Valley Trail Riders. This is one of my favorite places to race. I enjoy places like Twin Bay Trail Riders and Evergreen Creek, and some of those places that do like an every other year race. Some of those have some pretty cool places that we race, but as far as like places that are on the schedule to race every single year, not only that, but we race this place twice a year, and each and every time it is one of my favorite tracks to race. There's just something about this club, the people that work here, the layout of the track, the work they put into it. It's an awesome club. Anybody who's in the area, I would strongly recommend you guys go out and join this club. Look at this guy out here waving me on. Oh man, I wanted to like pull my hands off the bars and wave back to him and just be like, hey! But I kind of thought that would wipe me out. So I get back around this guy, and there's more guys up there that I'm catching.
There's no way I'm catching people.
And if you hear me on the video, if you listen to what I'm actually saying, I say there's no way I'm catching people. I don't feel like I'm riding good enough right now to be chasing down the people that are in front of me in my class. Perhaps a few of the slower X-Class riders, maybe there's a chance that I would catch them, but something really odd is going on. And when I actually get up next to these guys, I look and they're K-Class guys, which is really weird because actually I think that guy right in front of me now is an R-Class guy. But in front of him, there's a couple K-Class guys. And it's really weird because there were only like 2 or 3 guys from the K-Class that passed me and got by me. The rest of the class like did not get by me. I mean, sure, I stalled out a few times, but that wasn't enough for like other people to gain a full minute on me. So now I'm thinking, I was listening to the riders meeting and they said something about like if you take a wrong turn you will go an extra 2 miles, but I don't know, like I don't feel like I took a wrong turn. I feel like I was paying pretty good attention. I mean, look at this, the trail's posted pretty well. How do you screw it up? And I don't think I did because I never noticed going over the same trail like twice. But yet, the class that started behind me is in front of me. So I don't know if some of them took a wrong turn and actually cut some time off and now I'm catching them, because that's happened here before as well. I mean, it doesn't take much to blow through a corner and go another 25-30 yards and you're back on the track again and you're just like, oh well, you know, like maybe I took a wrong turn, but I don't think so because I'm back on the track. I think that may have happened in this situation because there are way too many guys in the K class ahead of me. I'm trying to chase this guy down and I feel like I'm moving at a decent pace. I do think if I get that Rekluse back, I don't know, I'm going to have to really consider ordering it. I don't want to drop almost $1,000 on a part, on a bike that, you know, I may be getting rid of next year. So, but then again, you know, I've been sitting pretty decent in the points this year and I'd like to finish out the year strong. I think this guy right here is a K-Class guy. That or a team guy. I don't remember. He was one or the other. This trail part right here, this is actually my favorite. If you want to know my absolute favorite for how to lay out a trail, right here, how it's smooth, it flows. You see how there's little corners. There's not like real big sharp ones that you have to turn down or slow down a ton for. It's got good flow to it, but at the same time it's relatively tight. This is my favorite. little things like that thrown in right there, where you've got to slow down and clutch and whatever to get around it. Hey, looks like I'm catching another guy now. This is probably why it is my favorite, is because I'm actually pretty good at it. Chasing this guy down. And I think that's the guy I talked to from before the race. I think this is the guy with the, he got the Mini Cooper. But the fast guys are catching me. And I stall again. So we go to finish up the lap. I look over at scoring. I am in 13th place. Not the best, not the worst, but I have time to make up. So let's go out and get moving and actually get around some guys. Another K-class guy right here in front of me. And why am I coming up through the entire K-class? Rip that throttle and get around him. I got some cheers out of some people. Yeah, now I feel cool. And I'm coming through here much better than I did on the first lap. But you know what? The more I think about it now, like the entire K class couldn't have screwed up. Okay, like I had to mess up somehow, somewhere to get behind all of them. I must have. There's no way that their whole class screwed up. But yeah, here I'm coming through. I'm riding better. Didn't really know what that guy's doing. I don't really want to hit him or anything. I think he's in the S class. Oh, here's another thing. Let's talk about how this day was going for me. I showed up to the race, and I didn't bring any money. So I didn't have any money for sign up. I didn't have any money for parking. I had left all my money with my wife. So I had to call her and have her actually come in and like give me some money. In the meantime, Cal from the K class, he actually spotted me some cash. And I got signed up and everything. And look at this. Rail the run. Do it. Yes. That's pretty good for me. I'm happy about that. But he spotted me the money, so I got to sign up and everything, and then she showed up, so, you know, I could pay him back, and I could pay the people at the gate and actually pay to get in. Believe it or not, Valley does like to make a little bit of money off of these things to help supplement everything they've got going on out here at the club. And what else? Oh, I forgot my Camelback at home. So I've got no water this whole time. I've got nothing to drink. And you would not believe how dry my mouth is. Right now I'm riding, my mouth is just dry. And I'm like, man, I'm thinking to myself, like, stall out again. I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm going to have to stop at my truck and get some Gatorade. So this guy, I stall out in front of him, and he's trying to get by me. And I look up ahead, and he falls down, and now I feel bad because I caused that, you know, like I'm parked here in the middle of the trail, and this guy falls over, and he'd let me by earlier, so you know, he's a nice guy and all.
I got you. I caused her anyway, right? There. You got it?
So I thought I'd help him out. Last time I was at Valley, I rode a little selfish. There were a lot of guys that were stuck in the mud, and I just kept driving right on by. So I thought today, you know, I'll try to get karma back on my side because because last time I just drove past all kinds of people that were stuck. I'm not having the best day anyway. I'm in 13th. I keep stalling out. I figured I'd give the guy a hand, right? and I stall out again. And guess what? It's that same corner again. Alright, so here we go. Back down the trail. And this is where it gets interesting. I go over here to the side in these weeds to let this guy by, but I did not realize that's a bridge. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. I just thought it was like this grassy, weedy area. I didn't know it was a bridge. So here's a shot of my handsome face. Here I am. And anyway, the bike's stuck down in there. It is stuck. We've got to pull it out with a quad. When I fell, I jacked up my wrist. So that's it. That's it for Valley Trail Riders 2. You guys can enjoy the rest of this video and watch me eat a sandwich. Anyway, guys, this is Booster, and I will redeem myself at Polka Dots. I will catch you guys later.